All right, so peace. Good morning. This is my first official video. As you can see, I'm at work, so I apologize for the background and all that other good stuff. But I be having some things on my mind, so I decided to start going live. And so, hopefully, let me roll my windows up. Hopefully, over the course of the next couple of weeks, few weeks, or whatever, uh, I can produce more videos on different people and different topics. Excuse my language. It's my first video, so you gotta pardon me. But I had a thought on this FBA nonsense, and I know a lot of people have touched on the subject. Taharka Bay, I watched Taharka Bay last night, kind of chopping FBA up the way he does, you know, which is basically entertainment for people who like that type of stuff. Um, but people have to understand that black is the color of a car, is the color of a shirt, black is the color of a crayon. It's not people, like at all. Like I don't understand how people call it a lineage. And why are you doing that? Get off your phone and cut in. Traffic is hard. Um, Black is not a lineage. Never has been, never will. The people that lived on this land that they call Indian, which are not Indian. Indian is a federal title. It's a federal title within the jurisdiction or territory of the United States Corporation. Those people were squatters. I'm gonna do another video on that too because Dane Calloway is leading y'all right off a cliff. Every ounce of information that Dane Calloway can possibly give you is Moorish science. 100% Moorish science. Whether he's stealing it from Sabir Bey, whether he's stealing it from Asir, the Duke of Tears, Taj Tariq Bey, he's stealing his information and formulating and fashioning it. And I understand he's doing a little research, but his research will always lead him back to more science. Just like Rod Hayes and all these other characters. I love Rod Hayes though. Rod Hayes, I can listen to Rod Hayes all day. But the fact of the matter is, Dane Calloway is a fraud also. Well, I won't say fraud. He's a pseudo intellectual. I'll put it like that. Because if you watch Dan Calloway, he will give you the same information repackaged over and over and over and over and over again. Every video, the same information. He has no new information. Now what he's doing, he's going back and he's looping all his old videos and speaking about the same nonsense that he created prior. That's all he's doing. But back to the FBA department. FBA is basically a glee club for slaves. That's what it is, pretty much. A glee club for slaves. That's all it is. A pep rally for people who want to check. That's all it is. It's a pep rally. Let me say it like this. Minister Khalid Muhammad said, Africa is our throne, correct? And it's not Africa. He always said Africa as she is called today, which means that Africa hasn't always been her name. It's Ethiopia. And even Ethiopia is a Roman title. So Ethiopia is actually irrelevant. That's Asia Minor. The whole planet was called Asia. That's why we're Asiatics. And to understand why we're Asiatic people, not black people, not colored, not Negro, not Negroid, none of that garbage. We're Asiatic people. We're Moors. We're Yahudi. We're Ivri. You know what Ivri is, right? That's what they misnomer Jew. I always ask people, I say now all of a sudden, because Kanye West said we're Jews, all of a sudden now everybody's a Jew. Everybody's a Hebrew Israelite. No, those terms are misnomers. Those are misnomers. That's Greek terminology. Even though Greek is not a thing, but that's Greek terminology. You understand? So when you deal with language and linguistics and etymology, you understand that words cast spells. And so, especially for our people, we're very rhythmic people. So if it resonates with us, we're going to keep on using it, and we're going to think it's accurate. You know, you can't tell anybody that's melanated that they're not black, because over the course of the past 40 years, we've been called black people. Black, 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 I'm blackity black, I'm blackity black, black, I'm black. We're not black at all. If you look at your skin tone, we're not black. We're bronze. We're copper. Bronze is copper. It's a form of copper. If you deal with alchemy, you understand that bronze and copper go hand in hand. But with the copper-colored races of this land, we're the Moors. That's our last legal name on this land, Moors. And Moor does not mean black. Black means black. Black means white, but that's another story. But we're the light bearers. When they say that you're free white, that means that you're the light bearer. You catch all the light that comes from the sky, that comes from the solar system. You catch it all. All the light, all the rhythmic flow from the music, you catch it. It's embedded in your body, embedded in your skin, embedded in your melanin. We're the light bearer, flows through our woman. We're the Adam Kadmon. That's who we are. We're not black. So when you call yourself black, you reconnect yourself to the black codes. I believe 1724. Do you want to be connected to the black codes? Connected to what enslaved you and what still enslaves you today? And I say enslaved because we've never been slaves. Slave is a I don't want to say Czechoslovakian, but no offense to any other group of people, but the Slavs are the original slaves. So we're dealing with karma, if I can say it like that. We're dealing with the karma that because we enslaved what we call today, quote unquote, white people. They're not white. I like to call them red people or Romans. We created a slave out of the slaves that came from the eastern area or areas in Russia. We created that. The Moors educated the people of the land. The Moors created government. The Moors created science. Now you want to deal with, Kemet and all that. I don't even think Kemet was his actual name. Although we call it Kemet now in the so-called, well, it's not even a community, the so-called conscious community, Kema'at, or Ki Ma'at, you know? Like while we BSing, over here in America, this is basically Morocco. If you take the land and you smash it back together, where's Morocco? Right here. This is Morocco. It's called the Al-Maghreb Al-Aqsa. So this is the land way off to the west, the most extreme west. That's what America is. Like you get all these people talking about, no, it's not Morocco, it's not. It can't, because your mind is always over there. It's never over here. You tell somebody the Moors are on this land, no, brother, they were in Spain. No, old Spain is Texas. If you do the research, old Spain is Texas. If I'm not mistaken. You feel me? So, I keep getting off track. Get back to FBA. Foundational Black Americans. Now you got the American part, right? So let's deal with Tariq Nasheed pimping the public into giving them money. Pimping the public into creating another slave museum. I have to ask a question. Aren't you niggas tired of being slaves? Kanye West said slavery is a choice. You choose to be slaves. Like, I don't get it. Like, they can tell you, yeah, man, we came from kings and queens, gods and goddesses. Oh, no, brother, I came from slaves from 1526. What's wrong with you niggas? Like, I don't understand. Like, I'm trying to understand what would make a grown-ass man and a grown-ass woman revert back to slavery when they clearly tell you, all our scholars, all of our well, past and present, the ones who passed on. Oh man, salute Azazel Bey and Brother Dawood of the collective out of Harlem, Brooklyn, New York. Salute those brothers who passed on recently. Salute Brother Bobby Hemming. I'm not sure if he's still alive or not. I know he had a stroke some years back. Hopefully he's doing well. But how can you, and I know I'm all over the place, so excuse me. I apologize, but my brain is like, I'm one of those people that might talk about 800 different things. But I want to get everybody's opinion. I want to know, how in the world can a people noble to the land, that means that you motherfuckers are kings, queens, monarchs, gods, goddesses, and everything in between. How in the world can you always seem to revert back to slavery? I was a slave. 1526. My ancestors were slaves. My ancestors were slaves. That's all you talk about is slavery. You know why people always talk about slavery? People always talk about slavery because slavery connects you to a check. You don't want the whole thing. You just want to, let me get my little check. Let me get my reparation. 10 years old, a patch of hair, one tooth in your mouth, and you're gonna be talking about that same goofy ass check. Yeah, man. Yeah, brother. Let me get a check. No. We're dealing with land. And when you deal with land, you deal with a state. And when you deal with a state, you deal with trust. So which one of these great lawyers who are out here supposedly fighting for our rights, human rights, not civil rights, because crayons get civil rights, and humans peoples get human rights because we're humans. Property gets civil rights. So if you're chattel property, they're always going to be screaming about civil rights. Civil rights this, civil rights that. That's why Martin Luther King got popped, because he started moving towards a more militant strategy in the way of human rights. He got tired of all the okie doke and all the fruity games that were going on in the background, all the zest, all the moistness in the background. And he had seen the promised land. Like, yeah, this is my signal. I don't got nothing else to live for. I did my life's work. Pop, 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 gone. Thanks, Jesse Jackson. Thank you. Thank you for the setup, Jesse Jackson. You already know. Anytime you see, like Minister Khaled, anytime you see one of our supposed leaders get popped off, right, by whatever entity that decides that they don't want them to exist no more, right? Anytime you see, and I don't mean to laugh, but it's funny because it like happens over and over and over and over and over again. Anytime you see them get killed, whether it's their character or in the physical, you got to watch who steps into their light, who tries to fill their shoes. Who tried to step in Martin Luther King's shoes? Messi. Messi tried to step in the shoes. And they all have that same inflection. When Mr. Khaled got shot and when he died, eventually, who tried to step in the shoes? I won't say no names. But I'm beefing with that nigga right now. Like, it's crazy. Grown men talking about they about this and about that can't have a rational conversation about life. I'm gonna block you. I'm gonna block you. I'm gonna block you. They want to block you. It don't make no sense. That's moist. That's zest coming off their skin, off their pores, off their straw man, off of their internet presence. It's zesty as hell. Oh, brother, you using harsh words. Man, you niggas listen to the worst possible music you can listen to. You watch the worst possible TV shows for your soul you could possibly watch. Movies you could possibly watch. Television series you could possibly watch. Our men and our women. But you talking about, oh, you call me stupid. Oh, you call me dumb. I'm so sensitive. I'm gonna block you. I'm gonna report you. You call me stupid. You're talking mean to me. Your language. Man, yo, shut the F up. With that old bull crap. You're talking harsh to me. Yeah, but these niggas in these songs are like kill, kill, murder, murder. Fuck your baby mother. Go to the club, shoot up the club. Excuse me. Right? That's what they talk about. But all of a sudden, you guys are sensitive when somebody has something to say. Because the truth is horrible. The truth is horrible. The truth is really horrible. Like all this stuff we've been taught all these years. All these years. And that whole word black has been emulated by our singers and actors and actresses, media, television, radio. Black, 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 black. We're not. Look in the mirror. You are not black. You're not black. You're copper, which is an alloy, which reverts back to alchemy. You are an alloy. You're walking around electricity and water. You are an alloy. It's called copper. You are an alloy. You're a precious effing metal. That's what you are. You're not a color. You're not a crayon. You're not a thing. You're not. You're simply not. Like, none of us are. I remember we used to be back when I lived in Jersey, we used to be in Orange Park building. I'll never forget this because it's around 2008, 2009. And we would be out there talking, young cats. We finished playing ball, you know what I'm saying? We did our thing. And at the end of the evening, it'd be 8, 9 o'clock. We stand around, shooting around, whatever, taking pictures, filming the cats playing ball or whatever. And we out there building, talking about life, talking about knowledge. And it was a beautiful thing, like hearing young people that understand. You feel me? They know what they need, like the elders. And I'm not talking about the old cats that's 60 and 70 years old. I'm talking about us cats that's in there in the middle that understand who we are and what we are, where we come from. You feel me? Because the information is for them. It's not for us anymore. You understand? Because we whole stupid out here. We stubborn. Like, we're so stubborn and egotistical in our bullshit. That's another thing. I don't mean to get cut off from the whole FDA nonsense because we not black. So that nullifies the whole thing. If they call this foundation, if Tariq Nasheed would have said, we're foundational Americans, I could have rocked with that. And we could have fell under that umbrella. And we're foundational Americans, foundational copper-colored Americans, or foundational alchemical Americans. I'd have rocked with that heavy. FAA, foundational alchemical Americans. I'd have rocked with that shit. You could have came up on that. I might have to rock with that. I might have to patent that. Foundational alchemical Americans. I might have to. What y'all think about that? Foundational alchem. I don't know. There might be too many syllables. You feel me? That's another thing too. We don't like to research. Ask one of these brain damaged Negroes to research. Like, say for example, you having a conversation. What they like to call arguments online, and you tell somebody go look something up. Man, they gonna act like you crazy. Nah, brother, I ain't looking shit up. I ain't looking nothing up. Our egos, man, are horrible. I remember back when I was a little boy, I had like 5 or 6 dictionaries. I had 2 volumes of encyclopedias. I had this big ass book. It was an encyclopedia. I forgot the name of it. It wasn't Britannica, but you know how the schools throw out books and stuff like that. So my father would give me books and bring them home, and so I always had access to dictionaries and encyclopedias, and I would look up words. Like, no BS. Like, we out there playing ColecoVision and I'm showing my age now. And in television and Atari, but when I go in my room, I would crack open these encyclopedias and look at these encyclopedias and pick up information. So fast forward, when I started really getting some type of knowledge, because I won't claim to be the most knowledgeable. I won't claim to be the most intelligent. I won't claim that I'm the best orator or speaker. But I'm going to tell you the truth as I know it. And if I'm wrong, you feel me, I'll go to the elders. I talk to Dr. Valentine. If I got to ask Dr. Valentine a question, he'll hit me back and answer my questions. If I got to ask Brother Kaba a question, he'll hit me back. These are the 2 cats that consistently, for the past 4 or 5 years, I could always ask them questions. And they'll answer me back and respond to me. And I'm grateful for that. Because they're not going to be here forever. So if I need some information, they'll hit me off and be like, yeah. And I'm a nobody. You feel me? I was born Rockmont Altrique Chavis. before my mother gave me up and they changed my name. That's what I was born. Now, I go under the name Rahman Al Tariq Chavis L, or better known as Truth Serum on here. You feel me? So I just thought I'd make a video about FBA and the nonsense. And I watched that Michi video about Tariq Nasheed. And she's right. I mean, she was a little flagrant in her words, but she was right. She was 100% absolutely right. Anytime these niggas get upset, they start insulting you. They'll start insulting you. It be the women too. Like, you can't be intelligent and a so-called black man. We're Moors, but I'm gonna say it like that. You can't be intelligent and a so-called black man and give a woman no information because her ego. I'm not saying all women, but a lot of these motherfuckers, their ego and their slave chip kick in, and they start going off. They're gonna say all kinds of stuff. Then they're gonna block you because they don't understand. They don't understand. Everything is socially engineered to take you out of your state. Everything. Even that FBA garbage is fashioned to separate you from your state. They want to keep you talking about reparations that you never gonna get. Never gonna get. You know why you're not gonna get reparations? Because you're black. You're black. And black people don't exist. So until you claim nationality and connect yourself back to your land, your allodial land that you own, which is your physical body, they can't tax your body. They can't tax your mind. Then guess what? You're never going to get reparations. Only nations get reparations. Nations get reparations. Let me rephrase that. Nations can redress their grievance. Every claim was theirs. There has to be a return to that understanding. You have to return to the understanding that you are the owners of this land. And I understand at this point, people live on land and, don't think that you're going to go in and like, this is my land and kick people out of their homes and stuff. That's not how it works. But this is your land. This is my land. From California to, that song. This is our land. We have a right to it. So therefore, however they calculate it up by acre, you feel me? That will triple and quadruple anything that reparations can ever give you. They owe you forever money. I'm telling you, copper colored people of this land every month should get a $10,000 check every effing month. Every month. If they tax it, that's cool. That's cool. But still, every copper-colored person on this land for life, from the cradle to the grave, should be taken care of. Because that 40 acres and a mule, translated to a dollar system or to a fiat system, could never be paid. Could never fully be paid. But a realistic number where people can live comfortably, can support their families, can live a happy life. You feel me? That number should be set at a realistic point where everybody is happy, and it's triple and quadruple what the average person makes now. But let's get back to FBA. Like, what does everybody think? What do you think about FBA? Since this is my first video, it's no format. It's a little wild. It's all over the place. I have a lot of thoughts in my mind. I'm at work, so I can't really get down like I want to. but I'm trying to get a get a following to where we get out here and we talk about things to gain an understanding. I don't care if you like me or not. I don't care if you like how I look. I don't care if you like what I say or not. Your opinion is your opinion. But until we dialogue and have conversations about this garbage that we're in right now and have always been in for the past 2 or 3 generations, it'll never change. That's the only way things are going to change. Dialogue. I promise you that. What are y'all doing? People driving like they're crazy. So you got the right of way, bro. So yeah, man. FBA is a big ass scam. It's a scammy scam. Cause you can't be black. You're not even black when you look in the mirror. I know it's a lot of really. I remember it was this dude named Marlon. Woo! As we said back in the day, black as hell, bro. He was chocolatey. That dude was super hyper black. He was still brown though. He was brown than a motherfucker. He was dark skinned as hell. He was brown than a motherfucker. That's another thing too. Excuse my language. Ain't no such thing as light and dark. We all colors. Or all spectrums of light. Excuse me for saying colors. Sometimes you know, on this path, you have to understand that you're still going to use words. And they're wrong. Like color for people is wrong. So we're spectrums of light. You feel me? So we're actually free white people. Which means we're the light bearers. Watch me pass my turn. You feel me? That's who we are. But yeah, FBA is a scam. I'm gonna make another video. It's my first video. I had to just say that. I had that on my mind. Tariq Nasheed is bogus as hell. Beautiful brother, intelligent, but bogus. Then a motherfucker. 100% bogus. Bogus. 100% bogus. He's trying to take your $1. Like, send me $1. I'll take $1. I'm gonna tell you the truth. I'm gonna always tell you the truth. And if you don't believe me, if I say something, look it up. You feel me? Look it up. If I say something that you don't agree with, look it up. If it doesn't agree with you, look it up. You understand? That's all we can do. We each one teach one. We're here to learn from each other. We're here to vibe off each other. We're here to grow from each other. That's what we're put here to do. You understand? I think I might make a video about religion, the nonsense of religion. But yeah, that FBA garbage, man. They got a little flag. Garbage. Garbage. You are Americans or Al-Moroccans. You are Moroccan. That's what we are. We're Moors. Which denotes, it's not connotative. This denotes ancient Moabite Canaanite blood. Period. I don't care what you tell me. Cushites, that's us. Phoenicians, that's us. But I made it to my first stop. I love y'all. I wish y'all peace and abundance all day, every day. I'm gonna get home and I'm gonna format a show, and I'm gonna create a show, and I'm gonna get on here and talk that shit. And y'all gonna comment. I don't care if y'all don't send me $1. I don't need $1. I don't need none of that. But if you send me something that's cool, hit me on Cash App, and I'm put my Cash App up there when I get home. But I love y'all all over the planet. Everybody that looks like me. It's no separation. No, none of that, man. Caribbean people, I love y'all, man. I grew up with Haitians, Jamaicans, Trinidadians, people from Guyana, South America. Man, we all the same people, man. So salute everybody. I love y'all. And peace. I'll talk to y'all next time.